All right, I think we're on. Right now, I'm using the Bishop liner. I love that for lining. For a lot of years at the start of tattooing, I was using an injector, and I never got taught the difference between stroke, the difference between like a 3, a 4, and a 5mm stroke. So I was doing all my line work with a 3.5mm stroke on an injector, which isn't the hardest hitting machine as it is, and I was using like a tension bar. Yeah, for a long time, I really struggled with line work. And then, you know, as I became more experienced and I got better at tattooing and I started using longer stroke machines, things got a lot easier. So yeah, I love the Bishop liner for line work. It's a 5mm stroke. I also like using the critical torque. Weird thing about the critical torque though is when you kind of push against the cartridge, and like, cause I have like my finger, like the cartridge rests on my finger and I kind of hold it. I'm trying to do it without a machine, but I sort of hold it like that. And it makes like a grinding noise when you push up against the cartridge, but the Bishop liner one doesn't do that. And Painful Pleasures just brought out a new machine, FK1 Adjust, and I've been using that for like black and grey shading, like on the 3mm stroke. I'm actually liking the shorter strokes at the moment for black and grey, but yeah, that's what I'm using at the moment. I'm constantly experimenting and changing. The biggest thing with machines, guys, as long as you don't have something from Amazon, like if you're an Amazon machine, you're gonna struggle. But as long as you've got something decent, like even from Dragonhawk, if you look at the sponsored artist team from Dragonhawk, they've got good tattooers, you know, and they're pumping out quality work. It definitely helps having like a really nice, you know, high level machine and stuff like that. But what's way more important is that you know how to use it. Dude, they're not bad. They brought out a new one recently, the Mast Armor. It's got a fucking crazy ass box. It's like, looks like a transformer, which is kind of wild. I haven't used it yet, but I think they're a lot better than what they used to be. If you look at some of my earlier reviews on the channel, I reviewed like a Dragonhawk tattoo kit like years and years ago when we first started the channel, and I absolutely shit on it. It's like I was pretty ruthless with it. It's actually it's comedy gold. If you guys want to go back and look at that video, type in I think it's like Dragonhawk tattoo kit review. And back then, I think we just found the cheapest kit that we could off of Amazon, did a review on it. But they've definitely improved a lot. I wouldn't say that they're quite as good as like, you know, some of the like the more premium brands, but they're decent. You can do small tattoos, you know, if you're just doing like little bangers here and there, you can definitely start with a Mast, no problem. So typically you get what you pay for. You're not going to get like a world-class machine for like $2. Generally, the quality sort of reflects the price. I think some machines are definitely like a little bit overpriced and you get something similar for a better deal. But in general, from what I've seen, like the Bishops, like Criticals, FK Irons machines, they're kind of at the top. Then you got like a bunch of mid-range machines, and you got like the cost-effective, like the, you know, the Chinese brands and stuff like that. But man, the Chinese brands aren't bad. Like don't sleep on them, because they're closing pretty quick with the US machine. I don't know, I haven't used the Ambition Soldier machine, but I know a lot of people do use it. I feel like if they were terrible, they would have gone out of business by now. Yeah, it's definitely worth it, guys. Like, I really do like the Bishops. They're nice machines. There's a lot of debate in tattooing about whether like you should just use a 5-stroke machine for everything. And there's a few artists that have started to like do that, and their work is really nice. But it's just a bit more difficult, all right? It's a lot easier to do like soft black and gray shading with like a 3.5 when you're just starting out. And then as you get more and more comfortable with your machine and just tattooing in general, when you switch to a longer stroke machine, it is, you know, very easy to kind of penetrate the skin and get that ink in there with a lot less passes. But that doesn't mean you can't do like a tattoo with a shorter stroke machine. That's probably what I'd recommend if you're just starting out. Shorter stroke, and then when you get more comfortable, all roads kind of lead to like, you know, 4.2, 5mm stroke machines. Anything with a 5mm stroke, it's just going to allow you to push that line in the skin much easier. And I don't like adjustable stroke machines for when I do my line work. I'd much prefer just a set stroke machine, mainly because the set stroke machines can be shorter and lighter. I like a really light machine when I'm doing my line work. Because again, I used to have the injector, and this was before you guys had batteries. Like back in my day, it feels weird saying that because I'm like, I don't know, I've been around a while. No battery, so you just had to connect it to your power supply via a clip cord. And it's so annoying because sometimes you'd be like mid-line and then the cord would like tub on your hand and then you'd fuck up a line, which would be awful. But yeah, I like a wireless. I'm completely on pen machines now. I don't use rotaries anymore. I don't use the injector anymore. I still think they're a great brand and it's cool that they're Australian, but I'm all about the pen machines now. And yeah, I like a nice light machine. The lighter it is, the better when I'm doing my line work. And I like all the weight to be in the grip. Some pen machines, especially adjustable stroke ones, they have to be a little bit longer to add the mechanism that allows it to change the stroke. And it feels like the weight is a bit top heavy. It kind of like tugs and pulls your hand back. If you haven't got like iron hand strength, then it can affect your line work for sure. But yeah, I like a nice light front weighted machine, and yeah, the Bishop line is great for that. So is the Critical. They're also really nice, but they're set stroke machines. I don't like using adjustables for line work. You can do it, but it's not my preference. But if you're using the Critical Torque, and then when you push against the cartridge, you hear that grinding sound. Instead of pushing against the cartridge, pull against the grip or the shoulder. Like, you know, you've got I'll just tell over some fake skins, but you see how you got like the shoulder of the grip. So instead of like pushing against the needle, okay, you want to like just pull down towards the grip, like when you're holding it, and then that will allow you to that'll stop that grinding sound like really, really good. I think that, yeah, that's I think Element Tattoo Supply is like the main distributor of the Acus machine, and they talk it up pretty big. I've heard a lot of artists swear by that machine, but I haven't used it yet. I would definitely be curious to give it a go. If you got lots of money, I would go for a Bishop or a Critical. I really like those. Get a 4.2mm stroke if you do a little bit of everything like that. If you're looking for something that's a bit more cost effective, something from Dragonhawk, like a Mast Racer or a Mast Fold Pro 2, great options. I think the CNC has Hertz mode. I don't know. No, I think it might only be the P3 Pro. I can't remember. I've still got a bunch of machines that I haven't even tried out. Like, I've got this cool one. Dragonhawk sent us this one. It's like a limited edition Year of the Horse. I don't know if you can buy these or if you can't buy them, but yeah, they said it was like a brand new thing that they're doing. And then they sent me like this Transformer box with it. This is so, like, what the fuck, man? It's like, yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, I don't know of anyone that did the Hertz mode, but I'm not a huge fan of like the dotwork mode. Like, it works, it's cool, but you know, I can get that same effect by just turning my voltage down and moving like pretty quick. And one of the big selling points of like, you know, the dot mode is that you can do it 1 dot per second. But it's like, I struggle to find a use case for that. Like, when am I going to need to do like 1 dot, you know, per second? It's like, it's kind of, I don't know.